Happy Juneteenth, everybody! This newly minted federal holiday commemorates the day in 1865 when enslaved Texans were freed under the Emancipation Proclamation, nearly 3 years after Abraham Lincoln issued it. Hooray, Lincoln said on the original Juneteenth. This almost makes me forget how dead I am. He was a man ahead of his time, and he was technically correct. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Technically Correct, the Geeks Who Drink panel show. Tonight's format is going to be a little bit different. Don't worry, you're still going to join in on the fun, just not the way you have been. So the core of the gameplay is the same. In this first round, our director AJ will serve up 10 questions from the Geeks Who Drink archive. We panelists will have 2 minutes to debate and then finally choose an answer for the group. But you're not going to be voting on the right answer anymore because we finally noticed that we're on Twitch instead of GSN, so we're going to be interacting with you in chat. What a concept, right? If you know something interesting that pertains to the question, slap it right into the chat and we will bandy it around. It's improv, baby. At the end of the 2 minutes, we're still going to figure out the answer we all agree on, and we'll win together or we'll lose together. I guess that means the real opponent is AJ. Yeah, I think so. He's a good dude, but the format's the format. AJ is the villain now. That's just how it works. As for your teammates, dear audience, hi. I'm Christopher Short. And hey, look, it's Naaim Siddiqi. Oh, wow. Welcome, Lea Popielinski. And oh, crap, it's Katie Dessi. All right, fair enough. That's it. That is the whole intro. AJ, why don't you start us off with a question?
All right, panelists, your first question this evening. Atop that creepy pyramid on the back of the dollar bill is a symbol called the what of Providence?
Wow.
This is obviously the plot of National Treasure 2 Book of Secrets.
Yeah, I'm going to say definitely it's something Illuminati.
It's the Hunchback of Providence, right? It's the famous Disney.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
There totally should be a Disney movie about
The Hunchback of Providence.
Dollar bills, yeah.
The Hunchback of Providence, Rhode Island?
Yeah.
I don't know what famous
It's just some dude with scoliosis. I don't know.
Yeah.
My cousin.
Runs to the top of a sailboat mast and yells sanctuary. I don't know. Are there buildings in Providence, Rhode Island? I've never been.
He actually just shines shoes. He doesn't run up anything. It's a very boring life. But don't worry, we'll have Phil Collins do a banging soundtrack, so it'll be entertaining.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah.
Anything to get the kids spending money.
That's right. Oh man, somebody stole AJ's copy of the Illuminatus trilogy? That is kind of heinous.
I don't know what that is.
When you did they break into your house and steal it, AJ, or did they
No, it was like a party. Someone just walked off with it from my bookshelf. It was the Illuminatus trilogy, so it felt very appropriate.
So are you telling me that there was a conspiracy surrounding your book around conspiracies? Am I
correct?
Understanding? Okay,
So they didn't hoard from the liquor cabinet or from, drawers of any kind. They just took that book.
No, I'm cheap. All of my parties are BYOB.
I say what? What I really
I'm
want
never
is
coming to your party, AJ.
what I really want is the 1,200-page Shaggy Dog story. That's what I came here for.
I don't know what that means.
I don't. So we Thormy Save says the triangular eyeball of Providence. I actually I kind of feel like it is, the eye of
I think it's
Providence.
the eye of
There's an
Providence.
eye. There's
Yeah.
an eye
Yeah.
up there.
It is certainly an eye.
I was gonna go Eye of Sauron until they threw that Providence.
The
stuff.
eye
very
Illuminati.
similar.
Oh,
Well, they gave us that part, so
Yeah.
that was the hard part.
All right, folks, your
creepy
time
eye.
is up. What is your
Creepy
answer?
eye on top of an edifice is going to probably be an Illuminati thing. The eye of Providence, right?
It is the eye of Providence.
All right. Who's going to say the eyes have it? Leah, you're new. You say it.
The eyes have it.
Thank you.
This is not where I went with eye. Just imagining someone licking the eyeball.
Oh,
Do we need that image in our heads?
I don't know if you need it, but you've got it.
yeah. There you go.
I can't do it.
All right.
your
let's
own
do it.
tongue.
Let's go to question 2. Let's
On that note, question number 2. Neither tender nor loving. A TLC match in pro wrestling stands for tables, ladders, and what's?
Well, what I know about
Cupcakes.
TLC is that they don't want no scrubs.
They also
Oh.
don't chase waterfalls.
That's also true. It's a good point.
Is there anything else they don't?
How many of them
do
are
for their own
dead?
Lyrics.
Is it
Only one.
This one.
is it tables, ladders, and chasing waterfalls?
If it's not, it should be.
Tables, ladders, and chili, one of the 3 actual members of R&B group TLC.
Oh yeah.
There's some knowledge for you. T-Boz, Chili, and Left Eye.
Left Eye's the dead one.
That's
Indeed
correct.
She is.
Plane crash. R.I.P. If I was a celebrity, I would never get in one of those little chartered flights because they go down a lot.
I think it should be. I think that you're exactly right, Chinvek. It should be chili. It should be tables, ladders, and chili. Just imagine like you're jumping off the top of the cage and you got like a giant pot of chili and you just like dump it on your opponent. That would.
This
I
is
would watch
decidedly
the-
less sexy than Jello wrestling.
I would watch that.
No,
hell out of
And
that.
I'm a Texan.
I still think cupcakes.
Not bad. I mean, they're kind of small. So they're
Yeah,
not gonna
but
be
they make
like
them-
that satisfying when you smash them into like, Hulk Hogan's
Well, it depends on how you smash them, though. I mean,
Sure.
it's all about
I just want to
sparking
see
the
Leah
creativity here.
demonstrate smashing
It could be
cupcakes
nice and like
now.
comedic, like a cream
Do
tables,
you?
ladders, and cream pies.
Ew.
Oh,
Not cream pies.
Oh wait, no, you said cream pies. at the
You
same time
said
somebody in the
it,
chat
sir!
I said cream pies, not
Conjugation.
cream pie. I said cream
got
pies,
it. Got
not
it. The
cream
Keystone
pies.
Cops cream pies.
You just
Yeah.
keep making it
Cream
worse,
in them.
Naim. You're making
You're
it
not
worse.
wrong.
Don't worry. I
Tables, ladders, and
understand.
cum.
Ew.
If we're going the whole way, let's go the whole
Hey, I
way.
just want to point out that he said it and not me. I was told that I needed to go less blue.
It's because you're a bad.
And
you're
so
a bad
Naaim was
influence.
just like, I'm gonna get out there.
I'll take it.
I learned it from
So
you,
he
Dad.
filled the
Okay.
He saw the gap and he filled it.
with a cream pie.
With the cream pie.
All right. I don't
I'm
think it's
almost
candy canes.
afraid to ask, but what
Cheers.
is your
Oh
answer?
yeah, it's chairs. No, we didn't say that.
Cheers.
Definitely chairs.
It is, in fact, chairs.
And if there happens to be a cream pie in the chair that you
So
sit
it's a good
on,
point, Dogzilla. It did take us 2 full questions to go blue. So
It should be couches.
do they?
If you can hit somebody with a couch, like then
You
you're
deserve to win.
real.
That would be pretty
Andre the
impressive.
Giant might have needed a couch instead of a chair. It's quite large.
Oh goodness. Let's move on, AJ, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that. Your next question. Gaston from Beauty and the Beast says he's good at expectorating, a big word for what bad habit?
Cream pies.
This is what I do instead of swallow.
Oh my God.
whoa, hold on.
No. No. All right.
Wait, hang on. Nine went cream pie last question, and that was
I'm not sure she's wrong, though.
I'm not.
I am not sure that
I think Christopher's lost
because-
control of the show.
just because you opened the blue box doesn't mean that you can't just.
Well, the blue box is bigger on the inside.
I don't even. What does that even
We're all fired.
mean?
We're looking for
Oh,
the gaps
man.
to
It's
fill.
just gonna go black on this whole side of it. It's gonna be Christopher and Leah having a very adult conversation.
About
All right.
expectorating. Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure that it's not reading because that's the only Belle did that in that movie, and it made her weird.
So I was also not eating 5 dozen eggs because he talks about doing that. It's very open
Well,
about
it might have something to do with the eggs.
He's good at it. So he might be bragging about eating. I mean, yeah, he's bragging about.
But he brags about it separately already. So it'd be weird to say it twice.
I don't actually know the song. I
I
assume
don't know.
this is
If I
all
could eat
contained
5
in
dozen
lyrics.
eggs, I would probably say it often.
That's fair.
Yeah. What's that guy's name? His hype man, LeFew?
LeFou.
LeFou.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who is implicitly gay in the live action remake, but not explicitly because you can't have that in a Disney movie.
They did in Once Upon a Time.
That's not a movie.
These are real.
It's a TV
questions.
show.
These are
It is
real
such a
questions
good
from the Geeks
show.
Week archive. It's true.
It's a good show. I'm way behind, but
So you can stop at the second to last season. The last season they did a reset and it was no good.
So, so expectorating comes from the same Latin root as your pectoral muscles. It means from the chest. It's spitting.
yes.
Yes.
I
Never
don't know if it-
noticed that etymology before, but yes.
Yeah. Ex pectoris.
I don't ever
Also
appear
a
on
really weird
camera.
Harry Potter spell.
It's the same joke.
All right. So Naaim and I have both gone there. Lee and Christopher, it's one of y'all's turn this next question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have
I hope
my
the next
camera-
question is about naval officers.
I don't have my camera on for this show, but I really wish you guys could just see how much I shake my head at you.
I guess they're not officers if they're still.
So my script says we still have one more question until the break. I don't know if that's wise.
You're about to get a stern speaking.
Let's try.
I think our allowance.
I'm really just curious to see how the right half of the screen is able to make this particular question blue.
Let's do it. I believe in us.
In
It's a
2015, Wayne Brady hosted his 1000th episode of what game show revival?
I don't.
Whose
actually
cream
know
pie
that
is it
one.
anyway?
And we'll be right back after these messages.
That's the HBO spin-off series.
Oh,
It's one of the
man.
Big
Actually,
Brother
you know,
After
it's funny,
Dark
that's
House
Funny,
challenges.
the first 9 seasons of Whose Line Are on HBO Max. HBO Max, feel free to cut me a check.
I like Wayne Brady. I've always liked Wayne Brady.
Yeah, he's great. He won season 2 of The Masked Singer.
Is that
I
right?
recognized him right away. I was like, that's Wayne Brady's voice. I've heard Wayne Brady singing quite a
There
bit
can
in
be
my life.
celebrities on that.
That's
Wayne
the whole
Brady
show. Yeah.
sang
I didn't know
Aaron
that.
Burr
In
the
Chicago. Yep.
Yeah, in the Chicago production of Hamilton for a month or two.
Yeah.
I don't know that
I
I've
was there
seen a
right
Wayne
after
Brady
he left
movie.
the show.
What's his
Vienna
name?
J says, these are the geeks. When do they drink? Do you think we didn't start?
When we're
Hey.
not talking.
Cheers.
I can't chug this. It's like 10%.
But
Also
Wayne
called
Brady,
Quakertown.
I've seen him on Whose Line. I've seen him on. Well, he did the famous turn on Chappelle's show.
Yes. Is Wayne Brady going to have to choke a bitch?
Chokovich, that's right. Thank you.
I have missed all of that.
You didn't
Really?
see? Oh, you got to see that Wayne Brady Chappelle show
Yeah.
sketch. It's great. It's very funny.
A thousandth episode. So we would have started that in like 2010. It's a long time to be doing a show.
It's daily, right? So
Yeah, I mean, it must be daily. It's definitely not The Price is Right.
I was going to say The Price is Right is only daily when I know, but that's not him. That's Drew Carey.
it's his good friend Drew Carey from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
There you
And
go.
the film Geppetto, which they were in together.
Japan. Is that about Pinocchio?
It is indeed about Pinocchio.
Okay.
That one's new to me.
I've never heard of it.
I only know it because they made fun of it a lot on Whose Line.
Aloysius is very upset with us for not remembering Wayne Brady's.
Oh, the Wayne
Talk
Brady talk
show.
show. Yeah, you had a talk show
Yeah.
too.
I have no idea what
But
this
what he
is.
also did was, I'm pretty sure that he is the modern day Monty Hall on Let's Make a Deal.
He is.
They
indeed.
revived that.
Thought that
They
too.
did
had
many
no
years
idea.
ago. In fact,
I
it's still on. Jonathan
no
Mangum is
idea.
the announcer.
Okay.
It is, in fact, Let's Make a Deal.
Yes. All right. Well, there you go. We pulled it back. We rallied just in time to get
Did
to the
we?
first commercial
Feel
break.
like we lost
I
momentum.
feel like I learned something today.
I feel like a deal is about to be made with the right side of the screen here.
Quick, someone make a cream pie joke.
Well, we'll have plenty of time to formulate our cream pies because it is time for our first ad break of the evening. Did I say cream pie jokes or just formulate our cream pies? Because that's two very different things. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Where's the HR department?
Hey, we are back and we are ready to mingle in the back half of our technically correct round. Remember, you're not voting anymore. You're on the team with us. You're part of the squad. Go you. Hit up the chat and share whatever witty and insightful intel you might have on each question. That's your job now. Speaking of which, AJ, what is our next question?
Our next question, and yes, Tinvek, that was fortuitous timing that I just flipped
Incredible.
the sound live in time for Katie to hiccup. The next
You have
question.
not, it's like being kissed by a butterfly every time Katie hiccups. It happens like It happens like 2-3 times a day. If you know, we work with her.
No, it's way more than that. I just get pairs of hiccups throughout the day, and it happened before I was born. My mother does not like to let me forget about that. She's like, I couldn't sleep for your hiccups.
All right. Did we get a question?
No.
Keep
We should get you a question. Jan Brady of the Brady Brunch. Okay. I'm not drinking. I'm just going to make that clear now. Jan Brady of the Brady Bunch canonically followed her stepdad Mike into what profession?
This was the 50s, the 60s, or 70s?
So late 60s. But although I guess Jan would have been, gone into a
70s,
profession
right?
after the
80s.
fact, right? 70s, maybe even
Right.
80s, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I thought
not like
Brady Bunch was
AOL
more
call
70s
center
than
rep.
60s.
Brady Bunch,
Probably not so
I
much.
started in 68, 69, something like that.
Nice.
Thank you. Barry Williams really had a Branson show called The Brady Brunch. Thank you. That's a fantastic piece of
Did it
knowledge.
star Wayne Brady?
I think it should. I mean, like,
I'd have brunch with Wayne Brady. That'd be dope.
yeah, I'd have brunch with Jim Brady. Interesting.
I
I have
would
it.
go
You
to
drive
a
in a
Bra-
car with the comedian with Seinfeld, and he drops you off for brunch with Brady.
I would go to a Brady Bunch themed brunch. I would
Sure.
totally go to that brunch.
Yeah.
I would be worried about them ensconcing just everything in Jello mold, because one thing I do know about the 70s is people love to just throw the salad in Jello mold, because why not?
And fondue. Jello
I think
molds
that
and
they're
fondue.
probably, in fairness, they probably still do all of those things in Branson. I don't think that anything ever any cultural fad ever enters or leaves the Ozarks. It's just kind of frozen in amber.
Accurate.
Jello or lime Jello mold. Do you use flavored Jello when you throw your salad into a Jello mold, or is it just Jello? Like, is it flavored? Is it not?
Salad flavored Jello, maybe.
I don't know. I just know that is
I'm
a
sure
thing.
it's lime. I think lime is the iconic Jello mold flavor.
But is it lime or is it just green?
That's the question for the ages.
So,
So
anyway,
on the question, okay. So
yeah, Mike
like
must have had some pretty
architecture,
baller job.
accounting. That's got to be
He was an
architect, accounting, or
architect.
advertising.
I think he was an architect, and
He
that's
was
how
an
they got that amazing house. It was pretty badass, honestly.
It was.
The show
That's-
sucked, but the
That's the sitcom house
I have
to
never
date
seen an
in that day.
episode. I just
house
know
is pretty
that-
great, and that song "Sunshine Day" is legit.
All right, what is your
I'll
answer,
go for a
panel?
walk outside now.
That's the Partridge
sunshine's
Family.
calling my name. Nope.
Nope, that's Brady
It's,
Bunch.
I believe he was an architect.
Architect.
He was, in fact, an architect.
I said it.
I think my favorite part of the show is rapidly becoming somebody brings up something pop culture and Katie just says, "What is that? I don't know. I've never heard of that."
That's the title of our spin-off show. Look for it next month.
It's always fun meeting new people and they start talking about something that I probably should know exactly what they're talking about. I'm like, yeah, I've never seen Star Wars.
And then you just start hiccuping, and they're like, "Oh no, you're delightful." All right.
Yeah,
Next question, please.
Your next question, panelists. The top overall player at the FIFA World Cup gets an award called the Golden what?
It's a very good question.
No,
So
it's 3-year-old
FIFA,
in me
that's
Soccer.
oh no, we call it football.
I was going to say, is it the Football International Football Association?
No, so here this is actually kind of fascinating for a couple of reasons. It is the Fédération Internationale de Football Association. That's right. It is the International Federation of Association Football.
That's what soccer is short for. Soccer is short for association football.
Association football, yeah.
Comes from the sock in the
Like
middle.
you associate your foot in the ball?
All right, so we got cream pie and we got shower. Okay, just get it out of your system, chatters.
Golden jockstrap.
The golden flop.
Now that golden jockstrap is the answer that if it's not right, it should be.
Well, I feel like that
It
should go
should
to
be
wrestling. I feel like the golden jockstrap should go to the wrestlers.
Why not both?
I don't know why. When I think of jockstrap and like athlete, I think wrestling, high school wrestling.
Now, I think we need to be a little bit careful, and I think the chat needs to be a little bit careful too from what I've seen so far, because there's the top overall player, and then there's the top goal scorer, and those are two different awards.
There's
Are
really
they?
only one thing I can think of that makes a lick of sense for this.
Okay.
Foot.
Well, okay.
Because like baseball, you've got the glove for it's the part of the body, or that's the instrument you use to win the awards. Like if you're catching, you use your
Sure.
glove as the instrument. If you hit a ball, the bat is your instrument.
But I don't
Slugger,
believe you
yeah.
strike a ball with your bare foot, if I'm
So the golden cleat,
remembering the laws of the game correctly.
the golden cleat.
And
I
here's
think
what
we are
I'm
getting
saying.
warmer.
So the golden boot is the award for the top goal scorer. I think the top overall player gets the golden ball. But
That was what the 3-year-old in me wanted to say, but didn't.
it's been 3 years since I've seen a FIFA World Cup. So
Aw.
actually, it's not even true because the Women's World Cup was just a couple of years ago. But everybody's saying boot in the foot or in the chat. So maybe
I
we
would
should
go
just
foot.
with
Yeah, I
that.
feel like you're
One I've heard
overthinking
of.
it. I feel like you're
Oh,
overthinking.
foot.
Golden boot, I think, is the real. I mean, you could be right. This could be another case of Christopher
You're-
knows the answer and we talk him out of it.
I
Your
would go with
time
something with
is
Those are the two.
up.
Those are the top two awards in like
Something with
any
the
in
foot
any
area.
competition, or the golden boot and the golden ball.
They don't
I need
do
an
that in
answer,
basketball.
panel. I need an answer.
I'm gonna go. I think we should go boot.
The
Boot.
At least
boot
somebody
is
can
the one
blame
I've
them.
heard of.
Yeah, I've heard of the golden boot.
Are you bowing to peer pressure and going with boot, Christopher?
Only so I can say I told you so.
3 of us are going.
You do, in fact, get to say I told you so because the correct answer was the golden ball.
Classic.
See,
Classic.
This is why I liked it when we couldn't see the chat. Yeah, the Ballon d'Or. Exactly. It's the Ballon d'Or. Come on. All right.
For
Lead
what
us
it's worth, I
astray
would have said
again.
boot without the chat anyway.
All right. Next question, panelists. Ranging from Arizona to Uruguay, what big cat is known to bite crocodiles right in the brain?
That's a
Yikes.
badass cat.
Cat Dinning. How much time does she spend in Uruguay?
Yeah, I know, Thormy. That's what I was saying the whole time. Thank you.
My
golden
cat.
boot is for goal scoring. The
This
golden
is
ball is
sweet.
for the best overall player.
So that was a whole question ago, Christopher.
The chat hasn't given it up, and neither have I.
I know who Kat Denning is. She's a 2 broke girl and also an MCU.
She's not that big. She looks like a fairly short gal. I think.
Kat Dennings?
Yeah. Isn't she? I mean, she's like she's not. As,
Oh, you're saying she's not a big cat. She'd be a small cat.
exactly right.
Oh,
Gotcha. We're on
have
the
you
same
seen
page
a
now.
house? Have you seen a house cat? We tower over them.
I don't know canonically if
kind
she's
of-
ever been to Uruguay or Arizona for that.
Did she marry Andrew WK? Wow. All right. That's cool.
Guess it depends on what kind of cats we're comparing.
How often do they party, though, is the real question.
Only thing I know about Andrew WK is he has a bloody nose on an album cover.
That's right. We had him ask that question at Geek Bowl a few years ago. On video, but still.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're only engaged. They're not married yet. Maybe.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So the real question is, I don't know what cats are native to South America. I know that you've got jaguars and pumas, which might actually be the same cat.
Yeah.
They are, right?
It's that,
Well, and I believe there is only one big cat in the New World, right?
And it's got like 12,000 names.
It does.
Is it the bobcat?
None of them are
No.
bobcat.
Same thing.
And don't say that, or
That's-
Rekka will make fun of you for like 30 years.
For saying bobcat?
Yes.
They're saying
we
that
did
it's
it
the
twice
same as
now.
the
That's
one with
60
like
years.
12,000
Aaron
names.
Rekka, our chief editor, the one like dumb thing I ever said in a meeting, and he wouldn't shut up about it for like years.
Okay, so what is a bobcat?
Had to
not
take
the-
advantage of it.
Is it a
guess so.
Is a bobcat the same as a cougar or a mountain lion?
No.
Actually, they prefer not to be called cougars. They like to be called mellenkamps.
Mellencamp.
I mean, I don't know. I would go puma on this.
Your
They are all
time
the same
is-
cat. It's
is
a jaguar, a panther, a mountain
Jaguar,
lion. They're all the same
cougar,
thing.
panther, etc.
A
They're all
catamount?
names for the same thing. It is, in fact, jaguar.
Yeah.
Is the bobcat not native to North America?
Jaguares. It is. It's just not big.
It's
It is.
not?
It's just not the same. It's
no,
not
a
the same
bobcat's
species.
quite a bit smaller.
It's like
Pumas are
it's
like this-
bigger
I mean,
than a
like-
domestic cat.
Well, no, I mean, I
Like-
know that it's not like physically as large as, but I thought it was kind of like domestic cat, big
He'll
cat.
play shows, but not arenas.
It's like
He's not that big.
Domestic cat, Bob.
It's pretty
cat,
short.
Robert cat, and then the jaguar.
No, a jaguar is like legit the size of like an African lion, more or less. Like it's a big cat.
No, I mean, I knew that. I just
Yeah.
thought that there were only two classes, domestic and all others.
Los jaguares. All right.
All right, let's move on to the next question. Basically a latte with less microfoam. What trendy Aussie drink also describes Paul Hogan's butt?
Oh, you just said microfoam and butt, and we're back to the cream pie shit. AJ.
Cream pie shit, I definitely wouldn't want.
I watched a documentary about that 2 nights ago.
Cream
I'd
pie
rather a
shits? That's
I'd rather a cream pie shit than a shit cream pie.
Documentary is my code word for porn.
Oh my
Is
goodness.
it still a code if I say what it is?
is it called Two Girls, One Cup?
All right.
There were way
Guys.
more than two.
All right. A latte with less microfoam is a trendy Australian drink that also described Paul Hogan, Crocodile Dundee. How do
Oh,
you
we haven't
describe
found the
his-
bottom, AJ. I'm still
No, AJ, the bottom's in the question. Paul Hogan's bottom.
Has anyone besides his intimates seen his butt in the past 25 years? That's the question.
Oh,
He was in a movie recently.
with his butt out.
I probably. What else are you gonna do?
Like, is it firm? He's
Wait, is
muscly.
that-
I haven't seen the movie.
Did someone just proffer the answer delicious? You would describe Paul Hogan's butt as delicious? I challenge that.
I don't know.
We may be selectively taking things out of context to our own advantage and not apologetic.
It's a problem. I don't drink coffee drinks, and so I don't even have like a answer that might make sense if you ignore the Paul Hogan butt.
Yeah, well, the answer is always Foster's because it's Australian.
It's
for every
Australian for
drink.
me.
I mean, that would be a microphone because there's not a lot of head on one.
Yeah.
There might be head near Hogan's, but I don't know what he does in his spare time.
I don't even know what that means.
Roll with it.
Sir Anthony Stewart head?
I mean, here's the deal. A latte
What?
is steamed milk. A latte is steamed
What?
milk, right? I don't even know what a latte
I
is.
don't know if I doubt he's
It
been
has steamed
knighted.
milk, yeah.
I doubt he's been knighted. He should be. He was delightful in Ted Lasso and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I
true.
think he should be knighted.
Someone who drinks coffee, though, what is this?
I think it's a flat white.
He's also
Wait, that's
great in
actually a
Repo
thing.
the
I thought
Genetic
that was
Opera.
a joke. I thought that was a joke.
Someone
answer.
said that a while ago, and
Yeah.
maybe let's try it because
What is your
I
answer,
thought that was a
panel?
joke.
Flat white is my vote.
I would
buy
not
that.
put something in my mouth that was called a flat white. That's all I'm gonna say.
Lea pulling the clutch win. Flat white is the correct answer.
Yeah,
I've now seen Ted Lasso, I believe 4 times. We're going to watch it one more time before the next season comes out. It took me that long to realize that he's named Rupert in both shows.
Yes.
Anthony Head, guys.
Yep.
Oh, that's a real name.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a delightful actor. British
By
actor.
default,
Oh,
it's assume everything's horse shit.
He was in that one thing with Wayne Brady. He wasn't. It's not true.
The thing with the thing.
So when I went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show 25th anniversary, and he was playing the narrator. You know how how there's a callback line for the narrator, head, because sometimes all you see is his head. So it had multiple meanings. It was an excellent callback line.
All right, next question, AJ.
Your next question, panelists. Jay-Z turned his friend's gout into a boast about his insane wealth. On what Timberlake duet?
Oh, okay.
Does gout mean something else in this context?
No, actually,
I don't think it does.
Because gout is known as the rich man's disease.
It's
you get
disgusting.
You get it from eating such fatty foods and drinking wine and things like that.
That is one thing I learned watching Showtime's Tudors, is that Henry VIII had gout and no one really wanted to be near it because it just smelt all the time.
Because he was so rich.
I mean, gout doesn't stink; it just hurts. It's not like an infection.
I'm sure Henry VIII smelled for other reasons.
Yeah, exactly. Covered with the blood of his wives.
Yeah.
The lack of indoor eating
and also for existing in the 16th century. That
just in general.
They hadn't invented the bog roll yet, I don't think.
The what?
Bog roll. It's British for toilet paper.
Oh. That's really gross.
Disenchantment has a good lesson on gout. Are we talking about the Netflix cartoon show?
I would assume so. It's set in medieval.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. What
Matt
season?
Groening.
No, I've seen the series. I don't remember anything about gout.
Oh, sure, that you've seen, but you don't know who Wayne Brady is.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Malice.
That is accurate.
Malice and Why, that is a fantastic joke. I hope it's original, because if so, good for you. You'll have to just read it for yourselves, guys. Anyway. All right, so now I'll learn more about my own gout from watching my training. By the way,
is Justin Timberlake. At first I thought it was Timbaland.
Yeah, different.
Jay-Z and Timberlake did a song together, I feel like, on the 2020 experience. What?
I think that's right.
I don't know. I got nothing.
That I feel like is the album artwork that I see when I listen to this song.
If the answer isn't 99 Problems and the question is what Jay-Z song, I don't know the answer.
That is another fantastic joke about you, God, and uric acid, which, again, I only know because I have gout.
All right, your time is up, panelists. What is your answer? Naaim, you've been called out in the chat. In the chat.
As long as I got my suit and tie, I'm gonna leave it up on the floor tonight.
I've heard that song, but I don't remember Jay-Z anywhere on it.
He did the rappy parts.
I don't remember a rappy part.
It is suit and tie.
I think there's probably a non-rap version for the South. That's what they do a lot of times. That's not even a joke. They'll do that a lot of the time.
In Houston, we're not going to get.
They just replaced Jay-Z with a banjo.
I believe it.
Just a Garth Brooks interlude.
Well, it's like everywhere else in the country, the Nelly version of Cruise got big, but in the South, it was just Florida Georgia Line.
I don't like Florida Georgia. I wish that
they're not good.
I want to live in a world where they don't exist.
Yeah, but St. Louis's own Nelly was on the.
We call that world the North.
Do people who like country feel about Florida Georgia Line the way rock people feel about Creed?
Basically,
I don't know, probably.
On that note, let's go ahead and move on to our final question before our next break.
My suggestion.
So the anti-penultimate.
We're on the same.
Oh, I should have read this before going to the next question. It's a privilege to pee, and I See a River are songs from what 2001 Broadway musical?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I have no idea.
It's obviously Suddenly Susan.
Is it Once
Clearly.
Upon a Potty?
We are definitely going to be leaning on the chat for this one.
And if it's not, it should be.
I'm like,
You're in town.
Yeah.
oh, I feel like I had to do something with that for that visual round for the Broadway musical. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but sure, I'll make that edit. I would have,
Well-
I would have gone with, let's say Book of Mormon is the one I'd have gone with.
Yeah, but
Not for any reason
I think
other
Book of Mormon
than-
was later than that, yeah.
Yeah, it's 2008, 2009.
Avenue Q.
It could have been Avenue Q.
Avenue Q, I'm pretty familiar with
The internet is for piss.
yeah, with that cast album, and I don't remember those songs being on it. They could be.
You got Trouble Right Here in River City with a capital P that rhymes with P and that stands for P. It's a good one.
Are we singing actual songs right now? Or is this a freestyle segment? I can't tell.
I think we'll save the freestyle for when we get Lin-Manuel Miranda to guest.
Oh, Aaron, we should not tell Aaron when that happens and just like.
Fun fact, that musical Guys and Dolls is actually about the two different kinds of restrooms. So that's the answer to this
Guy's
question.
room in the doll's room.
That's right.
Sure.
When you go to that place where they had the cheesecake.
God
Cheesecake
created
Factory?
Guys and Dolls, not Guys and Steve. Is that something?
Really?
We have
Okay.
another. We do have another
We're
vote for
pulling out the
Aaron
late
now.
90s homophobia.
yeah.
We're old school for that one.
We're in 2001 right now, so
Fair enough.
I could also have seen it being Rent because what
it's definitely
could be
You're in
Rent?
Town.
I was. I like you're in town makes sense.
Mhm.
It's got to be
But
You're in
I-
Town.
Is
What else
it
could it
by
be?
2001, Jonathan Larson had been dead for several years.
Who? Johnny Carson?
Actually,
Did you say
Was
Johnny
he?
Carson?
no, I didn't.
Probably.
I think he died in
but
01.
I didn't know he was dead at all. Do you know how many people I find out are dead because of this show?
All of
Can
them.
imagine.
Years ago.
All right, what is your answer, panelists?
You're in town.
You're in town.
I think when
is
you're
my
in town.
And the chat fed you an answer for once. It is You're in Town.
Fair
Thank
enough.
you, Chet.
That's
Yeah,
why
five.
we should have joined forces weeks and weeks ago. All right, well, that does it for our first round, but the real fun starts right after this break. That's when all this spirit of teamwork flies right out the window because, yes, we're still going to do technically incorrect. That means you guys have to lie along with us. We'll see how that works right after this. All right, welcome back to Technically Correct, and specifically to our second round, Technically Incorrect. But before we get to that, a little bit more housekeeping. After tonight's show, we're going to go dark for a few weeks. Tonight's format tweaks, they may or may not be the only ones we do, but the real lead is this. Starting in late July, we're going to be launching a whole new daily lineup of long and short form Geeks Who Drink content on YouTube. This show is probably going to be simulcast both places, actually. So, in fact, we'll probably still be interacting with the chat in both, well, over here for sure. I don't know. We're still playing with it. In any case, do keep an eye on this channel because the Twitch quiz on Monday is still going to be here. It's not going anywhere. Everything's crazy. It's exciting times. No matter what else happens, do remember that you can check out Geeks Who Drink pub quizzes in bars across America just about every night of the week. That's our main business after all. And live online most nights, including, as I mentioned, right here on Twitch every Monday. For information about all of that, make sure you check out geekswhodrink.com, of course, and follow us wherever you get your social media. And especially YouTube. Remember, it's going to be bursting with goodness next month. We promise. Geeks Who Drink is the username that you're looking for. It's easy to remember. Now, technically incorrect. In this round, the panel is still going to have 2 minutes to answer each question, but no more teamwork. This time it's everyone for themselves. That means we're going to be actively trying to psych each other out, and you should be too. Put your most plausible incorrect answers in the chat, and we'll throw them into the mix. At the end of the timer, we're all going to write down our answers and show them to the camera to see who's right, by which I mean we, the panelists, will do that. You audience people get to be wrong in private, you jerks. AJ, start us off.
Our first question of Technically Incorrect. The chaos of banked track roller derby takes place during a minute-long round called a what?
That's fun. A round of roller derby. What is it called?
Ow.
Bomber round. That's a good guess.
Ow.
Period.
I hurt myself.
Naaim, you're a sports ball person. Have you spent any time at the roller derby?
Sure haven't.
That's unfortunate. Because
Everything I know about roller derby, I learned from one episode of Psych,
Okay.
and I did not learn that much. So, session sounds like a thing.
Well, they're not helping us out by telling us how many there are because it's just so easy when it's a half or a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a minute. I mean, it's a minute long.
A minute's not very long.
Yeah, it's not a very long time. We've got a bomber round, a mayhem minute. These are suggestions coming in from the chat. There's mayhem minute.
If it's not mayhem minute, it should be.
I was going to go bumper dumper.
Bumper dumper.
So on that logic, I'm going with 100th. Because 100 minutes in a bout is not unreasonable, right? I mean, and it's nice and round.
Oh, listen to Lea, who knows it's called a bout. Ooh la la. I bet she knows the right answer if she knows the word bout. It's fancy.
Lea, do you watch roller derby?
Are we sure the word bout is correct?
I have spent some time at the roller derby. And bout, that's what they're called. They're called bouts. At least the flat track kind. I don't ever did the flat track kind.
Are there not flat tracks? That sounds really dangerous.
Bank tracks.
Track is the kind.
I thought does bank not just mean like bumpers or padding?
No,
it means the curbs go on a diagonal. It's on an angle.
I would break every bone in my body.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you're not doing it then. It does happen.
All right, your time is up, panelists. What are your answers?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that is obviously not correct, Katie. Jam, and period. That is a point each for Christopher and Lea with jam.
There you go. That's why I want to join this show.
I really thought it was going to be me and Katie getting the point there.
I had no idea. So I just went with the nursery.
Plenty of time to write.
Yeah.
Was that an original work? I'm a little
teapot short and stout.
Yeah, no.
I was worried it wasn't going to fit.
Are we back on that?
Well, Katie is definitely not our lead jammer so far, but let's go into the next question.
But she can pivot.
Pivot.
That was a roller derby joke, by the way.
I got
that. I did not know that.
I understood that reference.
I did not.
All right, panel. Our next question. According to Denzel in Training Day, getting wet means doing what drug that's also called SHRM?
This Wayne Brady thing happening.
Well, that sounds like mushrooms mispronounced. So I'm wondering if that's.
Isn't SHRM the drink from Futurama?
It is.
Slurm.
When I just know when I hear get wet, I don't think of drugs.
Are there any other fluids that sound like SHRM? Panel?
Is it slurm? It's not SHRM? I thought it was SHRM.
No, it is slurm in Futurama. SHRM apparently is a real thing, or at least a thing in Training Day.
Somebody says Jenkum.
SHRM is actually my accountant's
I don't know what
name.
that is, but it sounds dirty, and I like it. Jenkum if you got him.
I'm convinced.
That it's slurm?
Jenkum.
Wouldn't it be funny if SHRM was...
I have no idea.
Slang for
It's
slurm?
cocaine, people. I'm giving you
All
an
right,
answer.
so clearly it's got to be,
Okay.
I mean, I remember that sequence, or at least I remember the Wayne Brady version of the sequence on Chappelle's show. It was definitely something like pretty heavily psychotropic, and I think that it was acid. And the
Cocaine.
answer is LSD.
Cocaine. The more I say it, the more you have to believe me.
By the way, AJ is now in the chat saying the day Coke kills people every day, which basically makes him my dad.
I do believe Gruff Bear is correct. It is Star of the Jeffersons, Sherman Helmsley.
Everyone should write cocaine right now. Just don't even think about it anymore.
All right, fair enough. Cocaine.
There we go. I can
How
just do
would
this
you-
9 more times.
All right, Gruff Bear, I'm calling your bluff. How would you ingest Sherman Hemsley? And I don't mean you personally, although if you have your own fanfic, I'm not going to judge you.
I used to be in
All
an
right, we've got
X-Files fanfic group.
We've got an answer for pot. We've got an answer for PCP. We've got an answer for, I guess, pot dipped in PCP. That sounds like a good time.
What are your
And our time
answers,
is up.
panel?
And
PCP, cocaine, steroids, and meth. Well, the correct answer was PCP or angel dust. That is another point for Christopher.
I actually did think it was cocaine. They totally do. He does cocaine in the squad car. I remember that.
I just had to represent Missouri by saying meth. So it's for my Missouri peeps.
I
Yeah,
legit did. I
going
thought it
back
was.
to
I thought it was
Branson
all
things
coke in
now.
that movie.
It's all Coke in most other movies. So
No, but in that one in particular, he definitely makes. Is it Ethan Hawke? Is that who it is? Who's the guy?
Gruff Bear, you know that dying doesn't keep you from getting eaten.
I don't remember
it's-
any
that's
reason.
This, by the way, is where
dying,
Katie.
dying, in fact, probably increases the likelihood of getting eaten. Wait, I'm not.
Yeah, well,
I'm not
exactly.
following.
You can't run away.
Not if you're Catwoman.
Well, I guess it probably wouldn't get eaten because Jesus Christ. Get snorted or smoked, right? To get high.
Ethan Hawke, not
You
Wake.
say if you're Jesus
I don't know
Christ
if
because
it's
he
Ethan
gets
Hawke.
eaten all the time. It's like his whole thing.
Yeah, it's the body, etc.
All right, let's do another question.
Our next question. Sir Toby Belk is Olivia's uncle who hates on Malvolio in what Christmassy Shakespeare play?
All right. Here we go. It was a segue. We started talking about Jesus, and now we get a Christmas question.
This is a very biblical show. I feel like every week there's a Bible-y thing. Last week we had Johnny Appleseed.
That's right,
This week
everybody.
it's
Yeah, Johnny
Shakespeare.
Appleseed, famous from the Bible.
The book
we have
of
Shakespeare,
Johnny
also famous
Appleseed
biblical
comes
figure.
right after the
Well,
Song
he
of
was kind a
Solomon.
God person.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we should probably Sir Toby Belch. I like that. It's a good name.
Well, we can rule out a Midsummer Night's Dream, I think. Probably.
Although in real life, Jesus was probably born in the summer, as we know.
In midsummer, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think Shakespeare knew something
I
his
do not
peers didn't know?
remember. Hamlet feels like more of an Easter movie because that's when you eat ham.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, that's just science.
So okay with that.
It's not a Scottish play.
No, yeah. I don't know. Does that work in your apartment?
It's a good question. You know, it can't be too safe.
Did it snow where Shakespeare lived?
In England?
England?
Yes.
It doesn't snow in England, does it?
It
Sure
mostly
does.
slushes in England.
I was gonna say I thought it was like Seattle. I mean, like it's cold and gross, but it doesn't snow.
No, it definitely
It can
snows.
snow. It can snow.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of this, like a lot of times on the
All right.
coast.
The chat's chiming in. We've got an As You Like
But he
It.
also had a lot of plays that didn't take place in England.
Yeah,
Also true.
I know Othello, A Midsummer
my
Night's
answer is
Dream.
going to be, and what I'm writing down right now is The Tempest, because that started with a shipwreck, which is more likely in the winter. So that makes sense to me.
All I know is that my answer is 100% technically correct.
Oh, A Winter's Tale, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Dogs will bark.
Not to be confused with A Winter's Bone, starring Jennifer Lawrence.
Back to the earlier.
Hopefully not.
That's how we were going
Movie, it's the
with
name of the movie. Come on.
Are you sure?
All right, panelists, what is your answer? Well, certainly not A Christmas Carol. 12th Night, Love's Labor's Lost. Oh, Naaim, are you going to get on the board at all tonight?
At
that is
some
another
point
for Christopher and Lea.
It's a race to the bottom.
This is technically correct, and that I am not incorrect.
Yeah, but we're
Also-
technically incorrect is the round, so it doesn't.
A race to the bottom.
Yeah, if you had
Someone's gonna
written A
question about
Christmas
youth.
Carol, I would have given you a point for being technically incorrect.
Guys, I'm trying to make a
That's how
Shakespeare
this
joke
works.
here. A Race to the Bottom is the title of my Midsummer Night's Dream themed porn. There you go. All right.
Oh, bottom. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, thank you. All right. I think we have one more before the break, yeah?
We do have one more question before the break.
All right, good.
Elected in 2018, who is the first open bisexual in the U.S. Senate?
Thank you for the, by the way, the Beavis and Butthead reference, Lord Howard Hertz. Very classy. That's what we need in our Shakespeare questions. The first open bisexual in the U.S. Senate, elected in 2018.
Unfortunately, AJ, Lindsey Graham is neither open nor elected in 2018.
Yeah, we've
He might be a bisexual. We don't know.
been stuck with that dude for way longer.
I've got Mitch
Which one
McConnell
has-
written down already. We're good.
Also been stuck with that guy way too long.
Missouri's senator elected in 2018 was Josh Hawley. Is that 2018? Oh, God. It's only been 3 years of Josh Hawley.
It feels like it's been a long time. Well, it
I don't
feels like
even know who that
2018 is a
is.
long time ago anyway.
I feel like he burst fully formed out of, like Trump's butt like 5 months ago. Is that not what happened? Like I never voted
I'm
the guy
an OG.
until-
I voted against Josh Hawley. I'm an OG Josh Hawley hater.
All right. Well, yeah, I agree. Ted Cruz is certainly not it.
Well, there's only
I-
we've gone through about 5, so there's only 95 to go.
Yeah,
I can tell you it's also not Rand Paul.
process elimination not working very fast.
Well, we're actually now out of senators that I can name. It was just it's Rand Paul, Mitch McConnell, and Cruz.
Unfortunately, I feel like most of the senators I can name because they've been senators for like 30 years. So
Right.
I just can't name them. I don't even know who the second Texas senator is. Is it Dick
Diane-
Armey?
Yeah.
I don't think it's him anymore.
The senators from Texas are Ted Cruz.
Oh, isn't it-
and-
But who's the
Oh.
other? See?
I know this, and I can't remember his name. It is definitely a man.
It's whoever replaced Dick
Well, it's
Cornyn.
Texas.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course
yeah.
it's
John
a
Cornyn.
man.
Yeah.
Is it not Corinne?
All right,
John
time is up.
Cornyn.
What
Might be
are
Cornyn,
your
Cornyn.
answers, panel? Not Mitch McConnell. Kirsten Sinema, and Cinema. So that is finally Naaim getting on the board. The correct answer was Kirsten Sinema.
Show
Cinema,
off.
I knew.
Show
If you
off.
notice, I put a question mark after the D in Democrat.
Yeah. We all saw that GIF.
Oh, Murkowski. I can name her.
It's true. Murkowski is a person. Well, I promised you a break, so we're most of the way down. We're most of the way down at the show, but most does not equal all. That's just math. Stay tuned after this break for the rest of Technically Incorrect. See you then. Welcome back to Technically Incorrect, the game where everyone tries to be right after everyone tries to be wrong. Remember, you should also be trying to psych us out in the chat. We're very gullible. AJ, make it the questions.
All right, our next
I mean,
question.
at least it's a hiccups. There are definitely ruder body noises she could be making.
I haven't had dairy today.
All right. Madam C.J. Walker developed a hair growth formula mixing sulfur with what gloop found in Vaseline?
That's cool.
insert cream pie joke here.
Yeah. Really.
I'm led to believe it's a really bad idea to use this stuff downtown. As a lube. cream pie.
Jesus.
She's the one that said, "Hey, go back to the cream pie."
That's why Batman doesn't go down.
Because he doesn't like the taste of Vaseline or Vicks Vapo Rub.
That's correct.
How would any of these things make your hair grow?
She's the one putting Vaseline
really
in
wants
the
to
damn
know.
I
formula.
was going to say, actually, what I mean is, how can anything make your hair grow? Please tell me.
Christopher's like, if it works, he's buying some tomorrow. He's getting the whole aisle.
So remember that brand that I was telling you about, The Ordinary? They totally have a hair growth thing. I don't know if it works.
I don't care.
It also doesn't really have to work. You just have to get people to think that it works, right?
That's a
And I've got a friend who sprays fibers onto like the 3 hairs on his head and is like, he's like, I don't want girls to think that I'm going bald. And it's like, if they touch your hair, like all 3 of your hairs, they're going to just have like spray paint on their hand. I don't think this is a good plan.
At some point, you take the L and you just shave the head.
We haven't named a lot of gloops yet, but apart from the ones that we started with, that we will.
There's Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop.
So there's peanut butter.
The peanut butter solution was about growing hair, I believe.
It was. That's true. Oh
I
my
don't know
God,
how
you
much
guys.
of it is in Vaseline, but
Katie knows what a movie's about. Lea, just for a second, tell us, how did you get peanut butter in your Vaseline?
I was just trying to think of gloops. I just filtered out the question and said, okay, gloop. Because
Madam CJ Walker's an old-timey name. It could be like oatmeal, but how would you get that in there either?
What are your answers, panelists? Oh, that's a point all around the table for once with petroleum jelly.
It's going to go strawberry jelly at first. I was like, wait, no.
That's KY.
petroleum jam, my next roller derby name.
It's not bad.
Let's just keep it going. Let's do another question.
Our next question. The villain of Candyland is a mustached lord named for what bottom tier treat?
It's what I think it is. I take really strong objection to calling it bottom tier.
It's what I think it is. Then you can have all of mine, Katie.
I will happily eat all of it. I'm going to try and spell it. I'm going to spend the next 2 minutes trying to spell it, though, because I'm...
All right. Well,
and of course, what I mean is...
So you've probably played Candyland most recently.
The thing is, I'm also not from this country. So we play Chutes and Ladders and Ludo.
Right.
No, see, the thing is, I was about to say what Tinvec just said is Candy Corn King, because that's the candy that everybody hates.
Candy corn is delicious.
But I love candy corn. But most people
best.
don't like candy corn.
I love that shit.
We've got
you have to make brownies and you put candy corn in the brownies.
We have a lord in the chat, you guys. We've been graced by nobility.
We have a lord.
A mustached lord sounds like something that that a Shakespeare character would hurl at someone as an insult.
A bit o' honey actually
thou
is
knave
disgusting.
and jackanape, thou mustached lord.
Mustached lord is actually a category on Katie's documentary website.
It is. All of the documentary websites. I was showed my friend one of my favorite documentary sites. It's called Wood Rockets.
Lord Howard Hurt saying,
So I think-
my theory, which has yet to be disproven, all the candy corn in America was made in one big run in 1910 and then never made again. That checks out.
That does.
I think it's about
But
right.
it ages well.
But
Like
I'm
a
guessing
fine
that
wine.
We've got marzipan, we've got
Lord
Slim
must have
Jims, we've
named-
got jelly beans, we've got the Earl of Bit-O-Honey. It's a very good one.
Necco wafer.
The Nougat Knight.
Who doesn't like jelly beans?
Lord Mike and
Jelly
Ike,
beans are great.
right?
I like dark chocolate.
Bit o' honey, they should really call that like the cavity filling remover, because I don't eat one without having a mild panic attack. Like, shit, is it?
I lost a crown one time when I was a kid eating Laffy Taffy.
I lost a crown eating Jimmy John's.
I never had a crown in the first place.
Hey, wow, everybody got one right again. It is licorice.
This stuff is delightful. I almost made myself an absinthe drink for this, but I was like, maybe I should take it a little slower than that.
Oh, licorice is actually better when it's not actually in licorice, if that makes sense.
And I love the black jelly beans. That is, my grandfather would get like big jelly beans and he didn't like the black ones. And so he gave it to me. And I was like, I love this shit.
Yeah, see, I don't love licorice, but I do like the black jelly beans.
Yeah, it was the best.
I don't like either, but I'd be happy with absinthe.
Absinthe is also delightful.
All right.
First time I had it, a bartender was like, do you like black jelly beans? And I was like, I do. And she was like, okay, here you go. And I didn't know that it was like 800%. And so I just shot the whole thing. And I was like, oh, that was so good. I'll have another one. Because in my head, like those sweet, fruity drinks are low ABV.
Very random food and beverage takes. Thank you, guys. Let's go to another question.
Our next question. Many gory paintings depict Charlotte Corday killing Jean-Paul Marat during what relaxing act?
Sleeping?
Isn't the relaxing act?
Meditating?
Cream pieing?
The one that
That's also not the one I was going to go with, but you're in the ballpark.
Be relaxing if you're
The
doing it right.
ballpark?
I would argue.
Yeah.
sitting.
This is where I'm at today.
Fireplace.
Listen, what happens is we change the order of where everybody is, and suddenly I feel like Katie down
You
here.
accidentally aligned an axis over here.
All right, Tinvek, when you say Les Miserables, are you saying that this was in Les Miserables, or are you saying that like reading Les Miserables is, or watching the musical is a relaxing act? I want to know. I want to know where that came from.
Or maybe that is just a position that I'm not aware of yet.
Just look it up in the documentary search bar.
Yeah.
So what would the
I'm sure many results will show up, to be honest.
Now you're thinking about, and I'm gonna, I guess, you're thinking about the porn version, which was spelled Lay Miserable, right?
Sure. Yeah.
That would
Laying
be
the
on,
Miserables.
and that would be on Wood Rocket because it is exclusively parodies.
The book and the musical and the sex position, all Les Miserables. All right.
So Katie doesn't know all the pop culture. She just knows all the best pop culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only there was a Wayne Brady porn parody.
Then I would know what it
Then
was.
she would know it. The porn version of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Get behind that.
If I didn't have a new microphone, I would.
Whose
close
song
out
is
this
it
segment
anyway?
By singing some Eponine. It gets pretty loud. Break some things. All right. We haven't really answered. Has anybody plausibly answered this question?
I think sleeping and laying were the most.
Answer.
More meditating.
All right, taking a nap. That makes sense.
Blowjob, of course. Bathing, and bathing. Katie, no point for you. Taking a bath was the correct answer.
What were they doing in the bathtub?
Well, murdering.
They weren't both in there. He was.
I believe this is referenced in John Wick 2.
Was it? Here's the deal. I would not have caught the reference.
I didn't catch the reference. I worked backwards.
Okay.
I am not sure I know what's going on right now. AJ, we have 2 questions left. Is that right?
3. We have 3 questions.
3
left.
questions. God.
Antepenultimate.
I was hoping to go to bed.
Okay, I'm not doing that poorly. Okay, I am doing that
Yeah,
poorly.
I kind of are doing that poorly.
Okay, I am doing that poorly. Look, there's not enough Bryan Adams questions in this. That's all I know.
Ooh.
All right, your next question, panelists. Angora goats give us mohair, but Angora wool comes from what other animals?
Less hair.
Isn't that what
All
they call
right.
you back in school, Christopher? Less hair? You walked into it. You can't walk into it and then be mad about it.
He's about to ask you to walk out of it.
Fair enough. Yeah, he writes my checks.
All right. Well, No one actually writes checks anymore. They're just like it's direct deposit.
No, they still do, and they all go to the grocery store right before I want to check out.
All right. I believe the answer is Jaguars again.
Now I
gotta
forget,
be really
is that the same
careful to
thing as
get the wool
mountain
off
lion?
the Jaguar. Like preferably wait till it's asleep, but then it makes a very fine.
You approach it with a lady bick.
Is there an Angora rabbit?
I believe there is. Yeah.
That's all.
just gonna put that
Just
out there.
Lea with the mic drop.
All right. Well, the chat's got alpacas and hippos.
I like Tom
Yeah,
Selleck,
that one
actually. I'm
seems
going to
pretty-
change my answer.
It's pretty dubious to me.
Just once a month, someone goes,
Wearing a luscious mustache sweater.
Llamas. Tom Selleck is a fine answer.
if I'm right about my answer, this is one of my favorite meats to eat.
This is probably what Tom Selleck's been doing for the
Now I
past
want to
20
guess
years, right?
what Katie's favorite meats to eat.
Tom Selleck,
All right.
not wombats.
I thought you mostly liked squid, but they don't really
I
have
love
much
the
in the way
shit
of
out of some
wool.
squid. I love squid.
Wouldn't a woolly squid be amazing though?
That'd be terrifying. Very unsettling. Is Blue Blood still on?
Yes.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
How?
Because it's
I
on
was like,
CBS
absolutely.
and our grandparents watch that channel. What are your answers, panelists? Goats, lamb, llama, and rabbit.
Oh,
Wow, it is a disagreement all around the table tonight. Oh, Naaim, you're wrong.
Yeah, fair enough.
Lea, you're wrong. Christopher, correct with rabbits.
oh.
It was rabbits.
Seriously, I really thought it was a goat.
Incredible.
I love goats. They're
No,
so
goats give the mohair. That wasn't the question, Katie.
Was
It
it?
wasn't.
Yeah.
Was
It
it?
was.
I should start reading.
Sure was.
I haven't read for why start now?
We had a regular menagerie there. It's like some
Goat is
freedom of worship
delicious. Nahari is like top 3 meals for me.
Nahari's
There
usually
you
made
have
with
it,
beef.
folks.
Huh?
Goat is
Nahari's
delicious.
usually made with beef.
Not a place I go to.
I'm sure goat Nahari is great, but my mom's Nahari is made with beef.
No, it's this
Your
place
mom's
called
Nahari is made of beef.
Yeah.
Sure is. I should have my mom make Nahari. So.
No, all the Nahari I've ever had has been goat.
I've
All
never
right.
had goat Nahari in my life.
I wonder if
Guys,
it's India versus
guys,
Pakistan.
We can all
Maybe.
get along.
Maybe, yeah. Because even in Pakistan, the Nahari
And
is
we've
made
just
with beef.
passed the anti-penultimate question. We've only got 2 more to go. Let's keep it
Your
together.
next
It's all
question,
peaceful.
or your penultimate question, as Christopher would say. Die Hard allegedly began as a sequel to what film where Schwarzenegger impales a dude on a pipe?
Wow.
Is this like the alternate ending to Kindergarten Cop that would have been really awesome if it actually made it into the original movie?
That would be great. Impales a young dude. All right.
Just like
First answer came in from the chat, and it's Predator.
was he in Predator? Twins, that would also Die Hard would be an awesome sequel to Twins. Especially
What was that weightlifting movie? You know, the documentary. he did,
Pumpin'
like,
Pumpin'
long-
Gain, Pumpin'
Pumpin'
Iron,
Iron.
Pumpin'
Pumping
Iron.
Iron. Yeah, Pumping Iron. Yeah, that's
Also, that's an actual documentary, not a Katie documentary.
exactly. Yeah. I could have
I'm
gone
sure
either
there
way,
is at
though.
least one person who has used it for the documentary purpose.
I'm sure. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, you know, it's not implausible that could have happened in a documentary about.
Well, there is that
weightlifting,
I'm coming scene in Pumping Iron.
Are we
Maybe,
thinking of the same movie?
No, you know what I'm talking about. He's describing like doing weights and working out, and he's like, it's so great every day. It's like I'm coming every day.
All right.
You should look up the scene. It is hilarious.
Die Hard is it would have been a fairly early Schwarzenegger movie because Die Hard itself was, like kind of
A while ago.
Yeah, it was like in the 80s.
I'm gonna pick something
Before
from
my
chat,
time.
but I
Yeah.
don't. I'm mean, right now I'm going Conan, but Conan the Barbarian was like way long.
Well, and also it's like, swords and sorcery. So like, where would a pipe have come from? Right?
Was he in Predator? But that
Yes, he was
seem
indeed in Predator.
But Predator's an alien. Die Hard seems like it would be a weird. Chat, you're not helping. Also, Tropic Thunder was great, but I don't think he was in that.
We don't know that it's not a smoking pipe, which, exists in all sorts of cultures. So that could be in a sword and sorcery.
That would be hilarious if he just stabbed someone with a smoking pipe.
Why not? It's a movie.
Time is up. What is your answer, panel?
Yeah, I think you might be stumped on this one. We'll see.
I swear I know.
Running Man, Terminator, Commando, and Pumping Iron. Christopher with another point for Commando, and also what he is right now.
Wow.
What he is paying off the writing staff. Dogs
I have never, that was a random ass guess. In fact, I was copying that from somebody in chat. I do not even want the point for that.
I copied someone from chat and it did not help me out.
I have seen, I believe, exactly one Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and it was True Lies. I missed literally, I've never seen a Terminator movie.
Have you not seen Kindergarten Cop?
I don't believe I've ever seen Kindergarten Cop.
What about The Expendables?
So I'm standing by my original statement, and we don't need to name
what
all
about
of his
twins?
Yeah, no.
Look, we are not being paid by Schwarzenegger's publicist. We do not need to list every one of his movies. We're going to go ahead and move on to our final question of the evening.
True Lies was a fun movie, but
it's a great
somehow
movie.
Prompt me to watch the rest of his filmography.
If you want to sign up for Schwarzenegger Plus, you can get it on your app store.
I just like that Estate watched Kindergarten Cop and was like, that's who we want to charge. Or even better yet, Batman and Robin.
Oh, I wouldn't call that a Schwarzenegger. I did see that.
That's totally true. That's the only reason to see the movie is
what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Yeah, I'm not sure there was any reason to see that movie.
The only reason to see that.
Yeah.
All right, AJ, one more.
In 2019, an 89-year-old known as Grandma Bunny fought a 6-foot bird-eating snake in what state?
You have to write Florida.
Which means it's probably New Jersey.
It's Texas. I am going all in on this is an obvious one.
Yeah, me too. This feels like a big old duh.
I am putting my pen down. I'm not changing my answer.
All right. Well, we could let's name all the states. No, that's
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas,
California.
Did we have the same grade school music teacher somehow, Naaim?
I mean, that's not impossible.
Here's the real question. When you learned that song, did you learn North and South Carolina or separate? Because I learned them together.
Separate.
North Carolina.
North Dakota.
It was North and South Carolina, North Dakota, South Dakota. I learned them in that order, but some people separate them so that the S's go with S, and that doesn't make sense to me because it's North and South.
I remember the countries from Animaniacs. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, etc.
I did not memorize.
I do not remember that.
Republic, Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Grenada, Salvador, too. Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still myself.
So in order to get some of the pressure off of Florida, should there be like a Florida of the North? And again, I'm nominating New Jersey.
Sure.
I would go West Virginia.
I don't know. Do we have bylaws for this? We need to
where was Moonshiners set?
That's a fair point. All right. West Virginia is, but is it the North really?
I mean, it is the North.
It was in the Union. In fact, it formed in order to join the Union.
Yeah, no. It's totally the North, and if it's not Florida, that is my backup answer.
I think we need to have a vote on that. Chat is West Virginia? Does it belong to the North?
I don't think West Virginia is the North.
It is the
North. I don't think West Virginia
is the South.
Yeah, like classic Virginia is in the South, right?
Virginia classic. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
The South officially does not agree with that. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not changing a damn thing.
Oh, me neither.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Yeah.
FLA, what the hell?
I think Naaim put it best when he said, this is a duh one. Florida. Duh.
Oh, yeah.
Duh. And hey, you can buy the Duh book wherever fine books are found.
That's right.
where the fine books are found or just where books are found?
I mean, fine books and also the dub book.
Yeah, there are usually some fine books nearby wherever you see the dub book.
Yeah.
I haven't shown y'all. Look at this cute little beer can.
That is a cute little beer can.
Canadian.
AF.
That's even cuter.
Good.
All right. Well, that's all the questions we have for this week. And oh, yeah, we actually do still have one thing for you to vote on after all. The winner of our show. To do that, you're going to type exclamation point, the word vote, a space, and then the first name of the panelist who you thought did the best job tonight, whatever that means to you. Before that, though, there is at least one quantifiable measurement available to us. AJ, who scored highest during the technically incorrect
It is Saloon Door 10 back, and you can play trivia with them on, I think it's Wednesday nights out in Webster, Texas. But it's my favorite brewery. So if you're in Texas, go check out Saloon Door Brewing.
Well, points-wise tonight, Katie came in fourth place.
But I got more than 0 points. I feel like
you got, in fact, two tonight. Two.
Got more than 0.
Naaim, you've come in third. Lea, a very strong second place. And Christopher pretty much sweeping the entire round tonight.
I'd love to hear that. But of course, as always, you don't have to choose that way. So get your voting done. We're going to come right back and find out who the winner of our show is. Yeah.
It's a maple vanilla imperial cream ale.
Okay, Streamateers. Remember that the fun does not stop when we reveal our winner here in a minute. You can see everything else that Geeks Who Drink is up to at geekswhodrink.com and or by following us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Oh, yeah, and YouTube. We'll have lots more details about our new YouTube schedule coming very soon. Without further ado, AJ, who's our winner?
We have a two-way tie for third place with 18% of the vote between Naaim and Christopher.
Hey.
Right.
And then the thing we just said made sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
React!
In second place with 27% of the vote is Katie, which means our winner with 36% of the vote tonight is Lea.
Beginner's luck, Lea.
I'm the only one who's never actually gotten enough votes to I usually just don't get votes. You're like, what the fuck?
What are you going to do, man?
I'm going to go cry myself to sleep.
As for all of y'all, thanks for watching as always, and make sure you come back the third week of July to find out if Lea is still technically correct. See you then.
Technically correct, together forever, yeah. Technically correct, technically correct, better, and I got a new obsession. Technically correct with you.
Technically Correct was filmed in front of a live internet audience.